Welcome to This Explainer. Today, we're embarking on a pretty profound spiritual exploration. We're plunging straight into a meditative journey to really untangle the very core of our existence. We'll be synthesizing some truly timeless wisdom, drawing from Advaita Vedanta, the Bhagavad Gita, Ramana Maharshi, and modern interpreters of Sanatan Dharma. The goal? To uncover what it absolutely, truly means to be alive, aware, and at peace. Let's get right into it. So let's kick things off with a question that literally sits at the very foundation of human existence. Are you the body? Are you the mind? Or are you something far more vast? We spend almost our entire lives assuming we're just that reflection in the mirror, or, the thoughts echoing around in our heads. But what if that's just the surface? What if your true identity is actually an endless, totally untroubled expanse of awareness? Well, we're going to peel back the layers and find out. Section 1. The ultimate spiritual truth. Before we can truly understand who we are, we need to look at the universal blueprint of spiritual awakening. It's honestly incredible how thousands of years of global spiritual tradition can actually be distilled into just 4 simple points. Based on Aldous Huxley's analysis of what he calls the perennial philosophy across all the great traditions, whether we're talking about the Bhagavad Gita, the Upanishads, or even Western mystics, 4 core doctrines consistently emerge. Number 1, this physical, phenomenal world we see around us is actually the manifestation of a divine ground of reality. 2, you can't just intellectualize this ground. You have to realize it through direct intuition. 3, humans basically have a double nature. We've got our everyday phenomenal ego, and we've got an eternal self. And finally, number 4, our ultimate purpose on this earth is simply to unite with that eternal self. So it's not at all about escaping the world. It's about waking up right in the middle of it. Section 2, Beyond Self-Improvement. In our modern culture, we're completely obsessed with self-improvement, but ancient traditions ask us to look way beyond that. Here's the thing, a really crucial point. We very often confuse self-actualization with self-realization. So self-actualization, which is deeply rooted in Western psychology, like Maslow's hierarchy, is all about perfecting the person. It's super goal-oriented. It's about becoming the absolute best, most emotionally intelligent, successful version of you. And hey, that's incredibly valuable. But self-realization, that is entirely different. Rooted in spirituality, it doesn't want to perfect the ego. It actually wants to dissolve the illusion of the ego altogether. Instead of asking, how can I be my best self, it asks a much deeper question. Who is the I that is even trying to improve? One improves your life circumstances? Sure, but the other completely transforms your perception of life itself. Section 3, the illusion of identity. To understand how to actually achieve this realization, we have to confront the grand illusion we live under every single day. Drawing from traditional spiritual texts, we are faced with a pretty simple, honestly undeniable fact. Literally, everything about your body and your circumstances is constantly changing. Your cells regenerate, you age, your emotions violently fluctuate from joy to sorrow, and your environment totally shifts. Yet, the observer, the one who's actually watching the body age, the one feeling those emotions shift, that observer never changes. The true I remains wonderfully, perfectly constant. Identifying with the changing body is basically the root of all our suffering. When we finally separate our true selves from that shifting physical form, that's when we find absolute stability. Swami Sarvapriyananda from the Ramakrishna Mission explains this so beautifully using a physical gesture called the chin mudra. It's a classic gesture, maybe you've seen it, where the index finger touches the thumb, and the other 3 fingers are extended straight out. Well, those 3 extended fingers represent our 3 bodies. The physical body we see, the subtle body of our thoughts and emotions, and the causal body, which is kind of the seed state of our existence. Normally, our sense of I is totally bundled up with those 3. But in the mudra, the index finger, which represents your individual identity, bends away from those 3 bodies and joins the thumb. And that thumb represents pure, limitless consciousness. Advaita Vedanta is quite simply asking us to make that exact shift internally, detach from the body and mind, and just merge right into pure awareness. Section 4, the path of self-inquiry. So how do we actually make that shift? Let's get into the practical core of our explainer. The method here is just breathtaking in its sheer simplicity. The great sage Ramana Maharshi popularized what is arguably the ultimate spiritual practice, self-inquiry. It works like this. Whenever a thought or an emotion pops up, you simply ask, to whom does this thought arise? The answer, of course, is to me. But then you ask the ultimate question, well, who am I? And here's the catch. You don't answer it with words. Actually, scratch that. You can't answer it with words. Instead, you trace the feeling of I, that very basic sense of existing, straight back to its source. Maharshi taught that if you chase this I thought deeply enough, the individual ego eventually just collapses. What remains is a radiant, soundless pulsing of pure awareness that he called the I, or Aham Sfarana. It is literally the effortless awareness of simply being. Section 5. 3 Steps of Vedanta. Because, of course, hearing about this and actually living it are two very different things. Let's look at a practical roadmap. Swami Sarvapriyananda outlines 3 very clear, actionable steps to make this realization a living, breathing reality in your life. Step 1 is Shravana, which basically means listening. It's exactly what you're doing right now, just exposing yourself to the truth that you are limitless consciousness. But, as we know, just listening isn't enough. Step 2 is Manana, which is reflecting and reasoning. You have to question it, argue with it, really chew on it until you hit that profound aha moment where the logic becomes undeniably clear to you. And finally, step 3, the absolutely crucial one, Nididhyasana. This is assimilating the truth into your daily life through continuous meditation and mindfulness. You push it to the level where it fundamentally alters your everyday experience and truly takes you beyond suffering. Section 6. Living in the light. What does it actually look like when we assimilate this knowledge? Let's see how to integrate it into our messy, beautiful, everyday lives. Traditional Vedanta texts illustrate the state of an awakened mind using a really profound analogy: a mirror. Think of your pure consciousness like a mirror. A mirror reflects whatever you put in front of it, right? A beautiful flower, a raging fire, a happy face, a sad face. But the mirror itself, it's never burned by the fire, nor does it become happy or sad. The seer is always separate from the scene. So living consciously means you still participate in the world. You definitely still experience the joys, the sorrows, the successes, and the epic failures of daily life. But you observe them like reflections in a mirror, without becoming entangled or destroyed by them. You remain the untouched, luminous observer. To beautifully summarize this integration, Paramahansa Yogananda offers this incredibly empowering thought. Self-realization is the knowing, in body, mind, and soul, that we are one with the omnipresence of God. All we have to do is improve our knowing. I just love that. It's so empowering. You don't have to pack up, travel to a cave, or completely change who you are to find this truth. You are already a part of this infinite presence. The only task ahead of you is just to clear away the static of the ego and improve your knowing of what is already there. True spiritual living doesn't pull you away from the world. It brings profound balance and inner peace right into the middle of our mundane everyday activities. Which leads us to our final provocative thought. And please don't look at this as just another piece of information to store in your brain. Let's experience it right now. Go ahead, take a breath. Now that the layers of the changing body, those shifting emotions, and that restless mind are momentarily peeled back, who is observing this very moment? Who is listening to my voice right now? Just rest in that quiet, expansive awareness. Thank you so much for joining me on this explainer. Until next time, keep exploring the vastness within.
Enjoyed the video? Subscribe to Divine Psychology and never miss a new insight.